friends, this is Lindsay Law with Youth Rising, a gathering place for families to talk about mental health. Hey, if you're enjoying these videos, hit the subscribe button. So last week we talked about validating others, and today we're going to talk about self-validation. Everyone wants to be validated. We want to feel like people understand us, that they're hearing us, that the things we're feeling make sense. We cannot guarantee that the people around us are going to validate us. And that is why it is so important to understand this concept of self-validation. Sometimes you may respond to something in your life with a lot of emotion that you don't even really understand. If we self-validate, we can hear and acknowledge our experience without fully understanding it ourselves. The idea of self-validation goes right along with self-compassion and emotional processing. Okay, so today we are going to be talking about self-validation. Do you remember how last week we talked about trying to validate others? Validating others helps to strengthen our relationships with them. So do you think that maybe if we learn to self-validate, it could improve our relationship with ourselves? Yeah. So when we're validating someone else, the first thing to do was to listen, right? Do you think you can listen to yourself? You can listen and pay attention to maybe how you're feeling. You can acknowledge what's happening for you, right? Okay, so acknowledging how we feel might look like saying to ourselves, I feel sad and it's okay. And then allowing yourself to feel sad and say, I can allow myself to feel sad. We can recognize what we're experiencing, and it's kind of like naming it when we're naming an emotion. So it's kind of similar to that. Okay, the second way we validate is by summarizing. Now, when you're validating someone else, you would summarize what they said. So how do you think summarizing could work for yourself? Any ideas? Okay, so one thing I do is I journal. And so I write down what I'm thinking and I write down what I'm feeling. For the last example, you're feeling sad. So the way you summarize it is by being curious about why you might feel sad and then writing that in your journal.
What if you don't get home right?
You could talk to your mom and she could write it down. So sometimes as we write down how we're feeling, it helps us figure out the story that we're telling ourselves that's kind of contributing to the way we feel. So journaling really helps summarize what's happening for us. Remember, the next way that we validated was through history. So what that means is we recognize something that happened in our past that's contributing to how we react to something. So let's say, for example, considering what happened last time I rode my bike and fell off, it's understandable that I'm a little bit nervous.
One time you crashed a vehicle on accident,
It's
not
true.
on purpose. And today I was nervous about
being in the car.
About being in the car because I haven't been in the car for so long. And I remember the time when we crashed.
That's right. So it's understandable that you would feel nervous considering that we were in a car accident. So when we look at our history or things that may have happened before, it allows us to have self-compassion and to be compassionate with ourselves and recognize that, oh, the reason I'm feeling this way is because of this previous experience I had. It makes sense that I would feel this way. Okay, the fourth thing was that we realized that it's understandable or that most people would feel this way. So let's say you had to get up and speak in front of a large group of people.
Yeah, I get nervous.
Yeah, do you get nervous? If you were nervous about public speaking or speaking in front of a big group, you could say to yourself, most people would be nervous about speaking in front of a big group. So it makes sense that I feel this way. And so it kind of validates the way you're feeling. It allows you to process that emotion. So as we talk about self-validation, it makes me realize that it's kind of like noticing and naming and allowing and processing our emotions, right? And it gives us kind of a new tool to use. So it really feels good to be validated, but we cannot always rely on other people to validate for us. But we can be our own cheerleaders, and we can have our own backs and validate ourselves. High five. Hey, thanks for watching my video today. I hope that this idea of self-validation is a great tool for you in helping to process emotion.
Maybe the light was on.
The light was on though.
We'll just turn it off. Sometimes dogs jump on you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes dogs jump on you.
And if they jump on your friend, you can validate them.
That's right.
It's just so nervous.
Yeah.
And the primary.
Okay, close the door, Edison. Can you close it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna have to edit that.
I know. Can you shut that video off on your way by?